Hello my fellow ATV coveteers, it is time for another contemplation and reflection video. This one is near and dear to me because of this is the visual personification of a struggle I personally went through not so long ago. And yes, there are better comparisons, but Sportsman or Scrambler, Scrambler or Sportsman, this one is about personal struggle and not brand rivalry. Anyone who is considering buying the Sportsman has probably had the thought cross their mind about the Scrambler. This isn't something that can be helped. It's been a well-documented part of human evolution that life was incredibly boring before the birth of ATVs. Now that man and these machines have become an inseparable reality, the tendency is to be instinctually drawn to the biggest and the baddest.
Oh yeah, this part's fucking fast.
Well, these particular ATVs may look worlds apart. The truth is they have more in common than you might think. And when you start to get in the grid of what's important to you, being honest with yourself might mean being more comfortable, having more fun, or getting some serious work done.
That's it.
Who's stupid now?
So what's the difference? Well, obviously the look, and in my opinion the Scrambler wins in this department. It looks like it was built to fly, probably because it was. And looks are important, unless you have money. Everyone knows that. Looking cool cannot be denied. The dual exhaust, the muscly lines of the plastic, accented in bright colors grab the attention of anyone who might have the audacity to try to look away. It's cool. But look in the mirror first and ask yourself this question. Do I look like the sort of guy who should be on a sport quad? Well, the Scrambler might be better looking. The Sportsman is by no means bad looking ATV. It's got its own unique styling, which isn't quite as hyper aggressive as the Scrambler, but it's still aggressive, and it brings a ton of functionality, which brings me to my next point. Mud protection. Want to wear everything you ride through? Oh, you do? Good. Get the Scrambler. Both of these machines are extremely capable on the trails, but the Scrambler does benefit from Fox Podium X shocks, while the Sportsman gets the Arced High Clearance A-arms. Both have dual A-arms front and rear. Both benefit from the supremely comfortable rolled independent rear suspension that makes Polaris ATVs cloud-like.
Imagine that you're floating on a soft, fluffy white cloud.
Ah, you can feel it, dude! You can feel it!
Here's where things get interesting.
Very interesting.
Engine, tranny, heck, even the towing capacity. Beyond the aforementioned exhaust and the Fox Podium X shocks, the Scrambler is essentially feature-less. The Sportsman has engine braking, throttle modes, active descent control that helps prolong brake life and prevent certain death as you take a stroll down mud-slicked hills. It also has Bluetooth-enabled headlight pod that provides an easier-to-read display and a plethora of information. That is, of course, if you don't smash it. Don't smash it. At the speeds the Scrambler will hit, it's doubtful you'll want to peek down for anything more than the general location of the speedometer, lest ye be painted over an earthen canvas like Bob Ross on an acid trip.
Put in some happy little tree shapes and just...
If that doesn't scare you, and you pass the mirror test, then the Scrambler may well be your drug of choice. But if there's a small part of you that's not changing the channel during commercials about urinating less frequently,
Difficulty getting started,
Need to pee.
to a frequent urge to go.
the Sportsman might be the better option. The Scrambler has all the sensible utility of a turbo Hayabusa. And don't get me wrong, that can be a good thing. I myself have been known to twist throttle on an overpowered sport bike from time to time. But it's definitely a point of consideration. A man can get used to having steel reinforced tie-down racks with about a bazillion connection points. Comes in pretty handy. Now that is some fine looking tail. That I won't try to deny. But the load capacity for that rump is about 75 pounds. Conversely, the Sportsman can handle more than 3 times that amount. Now that's a lot of man beef. And the trade-off for that butt load is only about 60 pounds, comparing the base models.
803.
Damn.
When push comes to shove, the most important aspect of these machines is how fast they're capable of ripping through the trails. Now on the Scrambler, you're going to look a heck of a lot cooler doing it. On the Sportsman, you might look a heck of a lot smarter doing it. Either way, you'll be ripping trails at the speed of light, and making all of your reliability praising belt tranny fearing friends envious. And isn't that the point?